So apparently, Azpilicueta's contract has been extended to 2023. Now, how exactly did that happen? Well, in his contract, there was a clause that said if he played X amount of games, he would get his contract renewed.
Boom! You've been lawyered.
Now, this is the same thing that happened with Drew last season, even though he went and left the club anyways. But what this means now, though, is that Chelsea will get some type of fee from Barcelona if he does end up moving away from the club, which is pretty big for us as of right now. Now, that being said, though, this may lead to Chelsea then wanting to maybe keep this player, which, if that's possible, I think that would be the best route for Chelsea right now. As we've seen with Thiago Silva, a guy that's very old but yet still playing like he's in his 20s, has made massive improvements to his game. I could see Azpilicueta being another player that could really bring a presence to this team at Chelsea, since we have so many young players that will be coming through the youth group. I think this is going to be a key thing for Chelsea. Now, like I said, this does not mean that Azpilicueta will stay at Chelsea. It just means that we will be getting a fee for him. Now, the reason why this happened as of right now is that there's probably been so many numbers that have been going on that they didn't realize where they were at with Azpilicueta's contract, and people are probably looking at this by the end of the year and realize that he's already surpassed the games he's played at this club, which, again, he's played so many games for Chelsea. It would be a shame to see him leave on free, even though, again, I do understand if he was to leave the club, he's put his time and effort. He's bled blue for this. He's won pretty much everything he could win with Chelsea, and therefore, again, it would make sense if he were to move on to, say, Barcelona or some type of Spanish team, because, again, he maybe doesn't want to play in England that much longer just with the weather and how Spain is so much nicer. But like I said, he still has a contract at Chelsea, at least for next year, and that is a big thing because with everything going on with Chelsea right now, we still don't know who our owners are going to be, if we're going to be able to sign players, which I'm pretty sure we will be able to sign players come the summer window. But right now, there's still unknown issues going on with that. And again, we get new owners. They may want to actually pull the trigger and sign Azpilicueta for at least 2 more years, which I know has been the big bump for Azpilicueta to stay at Chelsea, because obviously with his age, we're not too sure how much more seasons we'll get out of him. And he's looking long-term effects because he wants to guarantee at least getting paid for 2 more years at a high rate, which again makes sense for any player and for his agent. So again, with new owners coming in, this could be a big thing for Chelsea and for Azpilicueta staying at the club. He's one of my favorite players I've seen play in the last decade. He's our captain. Again, if he can stick around for just maybe 2 more seasons, I think we can get a lot out of him, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what happens with this clause, because again, if we can keep on to such a great legendary player like Azpilicueta at the club for a couple more years, I think it's going to be massive for each and everyone around the organization to be influenced by him, but also when he steps up and plays really well for us, because he's deadly with the crosses, he can score goals, and obviously he can defend, one of the best defenders to ever play the game. So that is all I have for you today in this video. If you did enjoy this update, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe down below. I greatly appreciate it. We talk about Chelsea all the time, but we also talk about this great sport with the World Cup. We'll obviously talking about that soon enough. So I will see you next time.